Okay, we just got done watching episode 5 of Agatha All Along, and this episode was a banger to say the very least. I mean, this episode had everything that I was looking for, and I didn't even know what I was looking for going into this. Last week's episode, we left off with crazy reveals, crazy everything was going on last week. And this week, this episode, we knew it was going to be crazy as soon as we got the Marvel Television title intro, right? We get a banger flashback of, a flashback catch up. I don't know what the hell you call that, recap, right? We had an amazing recap at the beginning alone. That recap literally showed so much stuff. Like, the recap gave us everything we needed to get ready for a banger, and that is exactly what it is. And I have so many theories about Agatha, how that drain power works as well. And I can't wait to get into all of those things, man. And of course, we get even more hints as to who Rio Vidal's character truly is. We have the Salem 7 pulling up here as well. I mean, this entire episode was a straight banger in every way possible, and I had no idea what we were going to be in for. All the way down to the name Nicholas Scratch showing up. I mean, they went for it 100%. Let's talk about it, okay? This episode starts off, with the Salem 7 pulling up in all of their Salem 7-ness. I don't think any of us really were expecting for the episode to just drop and immediately be in the shit. And because we are immediately in it. Like, we start off with it, like, straight off the back. And it's crazy the way that we get to see how creepy they are, right? It's awesome how the tones can shift such a major way with Agatha All Along. Like, we can have it be, of course, spooky vibes, and then it goes into full-blown horror, or it goes into full-blown, I don't know what else is the other thing. It's just such a range of scary vibes, spooky vibes, Halloween vibes, the good, the bad, and the horrific, right? It's all of it wrapped into one, and it capitalizes on it so good. I mean, just from the way that we get this subtle reveal of the Salem 7, they're all running around the trees, and then we see them actually start to reveal themselves one by one, and the animals, and then they reveal their actual selves, and then it looks terrifyingly creepy, and their bodies are like twitching and glitching, and it's just terrifying when we see them. Their reveal looks insane, and they immediately are like, yo, they're looking for Agatha, because, mind you, of what Rio did. Like, Rio is the reason why the Salem 7 are looking for Agatha Harkness right now. Well, no, not Rio. I mean, Agatha is the reason why the Salem 7 are looking for Agatha, to be completely honest. But, I mean, Rio sent them on her, right? She gave them the trail, right? So, I could not believe that they were going to be just right into it, right? We also find out that the Salem 7, I think we already knew this, but they just solidified it, that the Salem 7 are the children of the witches that Agatha killed at the, like, at the beginning of this show that we saw. Like, when we see her kill the witches, including her mother, all of those witches had children. All of their children Agatha let live because she has a soft spot for kids, that except for her own. And she let all that stuff go down, right? So that's crazy. They're coming for revenge, sweet, sweet revenge, and I love that. It's amazing how they put all that stuff together. I love it. Okay. Not only was that awesome, but then we do have the reveal that this is in fact Agatha's trial. They take these, I'm sorry. We get to see them freaking fly on witches' brooms, which was awesome. And the Salem 7 pull up on them to fight them, to kill them. And they almost get Teen, and guess what happens? Our girl Alice saves him. She's like, no, don't do it. And she saves them. And they connect and they bond. They even make each other's witch's broom, letting us know that they have this connection. They have already made this type of connection with each other. And it's awesome. I just love that. I think that's a really good way to put it in there. And then we get this amazing scene right here, and this scene is just so beautiful and so magical, and the way that they're flying through the air and how just happy they are, and how Agatha even tries to have a moment of being happy, but she doesn't let it, she tries to not let that She tries to not let it be around for too long because, of course, she has to be this hard and gritty character, and she's trying to, keep it all together. But she honestly, yeah, no, I don't think that's what's gonna happen here. And just look at her, like, look at the way she looks, look at the way she's looking at Rio. There's just so much pain. There's so much story that you can see that is left unsaid within Agatha's eyes, and I love that. It just does so much to give us so much of what's going on within this episode. When we finally find out that it is an Agatha-based episode, and they're in their whole 90s get-up, we got our boy. I mean, this show did a wonderful job of teasing Wiccan before it was actually Wiccan, right? We see him with this, like, with his headband on when they're in the log cabin somewhere in Aspen. You know what I mean? My bad. Like, and they're all here. They're doing the Ouija board. They're all looking, like, they're all looking and chilling. And of course, Agatha, being Agatha, she messes with the spirits. That's the one thing. It's the one thing that they said not to do. It was like literally the one thing that they said not to do. And as soon as they got the Ouija board, I'm like, oh snap, this is going to be, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh snap, this is going to be it was going to be Nicholas Scratch. But no, of course, it's her messing around, saying it's Mrs. Hart, but her name is obviously Mrs. Davis. She would never call herself Mrs. Hart. Agatha is a bad person. No matter what, Agatha's a bad person. I mean, there's so many people that have been saying that this season was going to be like a redeeming thing for Agatha, and she ain't did not one thing to be redeemed. So unless she's getting redeemed in these last 4 episodes, she's about to be evil forever. And, after, once she gets really possessed, after she stops playing around, we find out that it's her mama. It's her mama that is coming for retribution for the death of her and her fellow Salemites. And that was crazy. I love it. It was amazing. Like, seeing the reveal of, like, a ghost pull up, also ghost confirmed in the MCU. I think this is the first time that we've ever seen a ghostly ethereal form of any kind. So, again, way more supernatural stuff than we knew before. But just the way that this ghostly thing manifests, it's like something straight out of Elden Ring. You know what I mean? Like, it's just... I love the way that looks. I love the way that Rio sticks up for Agatha throughout this episode as well, even though she was, like, super ready to slit her throat. She still stands up for her in those moments of being like, hey, that's my girl, and you ain't about to do nothing to her. And Agatha literally begs. She's like, please, I'll be good. And it's so sad. It's so sad to see that she's like, no, please, don't. I'll be good. Like, take me with you. I'll be good. I can be good. Please, just save me. And then as soon as Alice pulls up to save her, Agatha is immediately draining her energy. Like, she didn't even take a second to think about it. She just immediately started draining her energy. And it makes me think that maybe Agatha can't control that. I felt the same way when I saw it in WandaVision. I don't know how you guys felt about it, but when I first saw that, I was like, maybe Agatha can't control this ability. Maybe this is something that just happens because of her messing with the Darkhold and all these other things. It's caused her to be a immediate siphon. Because you see, boom, she's saved, and then look, like, it's like something that just happens just so effortlessly. She literally doesn't think about it at all. Like, it's crazy how it's just, it happens so quickly. Oh my God, it's wild. I don't understand. Like, look at that. Oh, it's so menacing. It's so menacing to see her just so quickly just drain her. And then she drains her and drains her and drains her of everything right up until the point of Wiccan saying the name Nicholas Scratch finally being confirmed. One of her son, well, I mean, we've known about him already, but, Nicholas Scratch is the one that is behind it. He is the guy. He is actually the person that is going on behind it. And you can even see, you hear Nicholas saying, "Mama, stop," like once he says the name, which is crazy, by the way, which is crazy, by the way. Like, that is insane, the way that it's like, Mama, stop. So it's like, bro, what happened? Was the kid powerful as well? And did the kid accidentally use magic on his mom and then she drained him of his power as a child? Or what? Did her son end up looking like that? You know? And I can't believe she really killed Alice. Like, Alice is gone, y'all. Alice is gone. She's out of here. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Alice is dead. And we see Wiccan start popping off. Don't touch her. And you can also see immediately how Rio starts to look. She's like, yo, I didn't mean to. And I don't know if that's true, right? I don't know. You know, like, I don't know. It just seems different. And then Agatha just dips up out of there. And then something to be very notable of. Look at the way that Rio is acting here, right? Like, Rio is like watching. Look. They give a look. She's like, you know what to do. Like, that's a you know what to do look. And then look at how Rio is looking at her. And then she like, woo. And you can't tell me it doesn't look like she's antsy, right? She's antsy. She's trying to, it's like she got a job to do, and she's trying to do that job. You know what I'm saying, chat? Look at her. Look at that look in that. Look at that look in her eyes, yo. And look at how happy, oh man. And then we see Agatha with her abilities that she just stole from. It's just this was a great episode from start to finish. It was a short episode, so it had a lot of reveals. I'm just, man, like, oh my god. Like, oh my goodness. It all just looks so fantastic. And then I love the way that he's like, is this what it's all been about for you? I really love it. I really love how he says that. You wanted power. Is that all this has been about for you? And then she just looks at him, and then everyone's like, of course, bro, what do you think we're here for? We are here for power. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing more. Death comes for us all. And that's it. And he's like, bro, ain't no way that's just how y'all gonna be cool with it, yo. And then we clearly see an amazing way right here. Look at that. Oh my god. Look at the way she completely switches up. The way she completely changes her entire tone, and she just laughs and like look at that. She's entirely a different person. Immediately she's changed. She's like, she doesn't have the same demeanor, nothing. And the way that she brings on that witch's smile, and the way it like cracks back a little bit, and the way that she just kind of holds him and like looks at her, you're so much like your mother. Like, how long has Agatha known? Did Agatha always know? Is that why Agatha has been protecting him? Like, what is it that's going on here? Hey, yo, thank you for the $2 holla. Thank you for the super chat in the chat. I appreciate you. Elsid, how you doing, man? Your question says, are the Young Avengers coming? And I think that's a really good question. That's a really good question, and I think the answer is an unequivocal yes. Yes, the Young Avengers are coming. They're going to be here soon, and we got everything that we need for them to come on scene, okay? And look at the way that the Wiccan reveal is amazing, okay? Wiccan, obviously, I don't know if you guys remember this from WandaVision, but when Wiccan does his magic, it looks exactly like this in WandaVision. Okay? He controls the minds of the guards that are like aiming the guns at them, and he does the blue magic with his hands, and their eyes turn blue. And it damn near looks like exactly how it looks here. And I love the way that Agatha just is evil. She does her evil stride, walk away, and then bruh's like, nah, bruh, nah, it's not good. Come, pet, you know? Like, look at her. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? And look at him. Look at how he looks. Look at the light going, and then boom. She's like, what's happening? What are you guys doing to me? How is this occurring? Yeah, this is occurring because my guy is that guy. What is this? Stop it and look at that. He's just, boom. He's been able to do this the entire time, yo. The entire time. This is crazy. Look at that. I don't think any of these witches are dead by any means, but what a way for bro to show his power to inhabit and take over these witches, yo. Like, look at him. Oh my God. Fantastic. And then we have, like, as this crazy stuff is going down, we have one of the best, I think this has to be one of the best reveals for a character without them being in a full comic suit. Like, this is badass, the way that we get this reveal of Wiccan. Like, peep this. Like, peep this. This is fire. They're like, no, help me. And then let the beat drop. Look at that. Bruh, this episode was fantastic. From start to finish, I loved it. I hope you guys loved it too. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the chat down below. If you like this episode, let me get a 1 in the chat. If you didn't like this episode, let me get a 2 in the chat. If you don't know how to feel, let me get a 3. Y'all don't even know what this means for the future of the MCU. I'm talking, this is, we get Young Justice. The Nicholas Scratch stuff gives us so many connections, even more connections to Mephisto. Let's not forget, that's exactly what Jen said Nicholas Scratch was now. Possibly a what? Possibly a agent of Mephisto. And it looks like that could be even more true now, because who knows what type of stuff Agatha has been doing and what type of havoc she could have been causing through this time. What a banger episode. What a banger reveal. I cannot wait for episode 6. Holy moly, yo. Holy moly, what an episode, yo. Let me know how you guys are feeling in the comment section down below, and let's get into all of your thoughts, theories, and questions that you may have.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.